I'm Nathan, and this is Attack X. So let me take you around and show you a little bit of what we're doing here this weekend, and we can have some fun. So down here is the role-playing games. In the role-playing games, what you do is you take the role of a character, and that is where it's played. So we'll just take a quick look in here, and you can have a look at that. So there won't be much action in here as it's quiet, thinking, role-playing. Okay. You have Infinity demos being run by Evan, and over here is the Pathfinder game, which is role-playing game, RPGs we call them. They take the role of the character. So that's one type of game we're offering. Then we have Will, who made his own role-playing game, and he's from Kamloops, so his is kind of unique for us here. So it's really good to have a local guy with his own game that he's marketing, right? And we're supporting him the best we can. And then, of course, we have the old-fashioned board games. We got Gene waiting patiently for some players to come in.
I've been playing other people, but I'm also running as if I'm playing a three-player game like this, just in case someone wants to play it. I'm a little more familiar with the rules. Sometimes if you don't play something, then how does that work? And it holds up the game. I'm supposed to know something about
board games. This is Flames of War, a World War II based game, and it is a tabletop war game, we call it. So you actually play on a table, which is different than a board game, because a board game has its own board, whereas this is tabletop. It has a table you play on with you put terrain on, and the games are done by measurement and dice. So
they're very similar.
Flames of War is a World War II based game, pretty correct on what the vehicles and infantry and stuff can do, so it's a little bit more historical. So you'll notice the gamers are a little bit older than like teenage age and stuff like that, right? So, and then over here,
One of the tables. You get to choose.
is our another tabletop war game, classic Warhammer Fantasy. This has been around for 20 plus years. So, and again, guys buy their models, paint them up, and everything's done by a measurement and dice roll. So each guy has a movement and attack ability and whatnot.
12-inch gun.
And we actually got a lot of guys from out of town. 3/4 of them are from the island and Greater Vancouver area, so that's pretty good. This is Steve. He's the Kamloopian on YouTube. He has a lot of subscribers on how we build terrain and stuff like that, so you can watch his videos. But he builds all genres, so it's a little bit good.
Shell casings on
You actually might want to come and talk to this guy for real quick. He's actually building Fort Kamloops from way back in the day. So this would be the one that was on 4th Street in Kamloops, off Fortune. So he's getting that done for the. I think he's going to put that in the museum. Yeah. And this one here is your classic Warhammer Fantasy. This was and still is one of the most popular tabletop war games. And again, it's done with dice and tape, and it's a futuristic version in the year 40,000, hence Warhammer 40K. And you'll see all done with dice again. It's fun. Like, it's not as serious as the next game we're going to go see, which is like chess serious. And this game is called War Machine, so a little different name, and it's done by Privateer Press. And it is about as realistic as chess as you're going to get, because if your Warcaster or Warlock is killed, could happen in the first 5 minutes or half an hour, game's over. So it's like taking your king down. You can go right to the, they have a world team championship for this now, so it can get as serious as you like, or as fun as you make it. So usually in a tournament like this, after the first 2 rounds, you kind of divide the really good players to the guys who are just in it for fun, right? And they play it out. But this game can end in the first minute, or it can take the full hour to play it, right? So there's strict time limits. The measuring and gameplay on here is very precise. So you'll see the game's a lot cleaner than the other games we looked at. And that's just for this. The other games are still fun to play. It's just different plays. And then up top there we actually have the head table that we're filming, which trying to get a live feed out today off our website, but we have problems with the speed of the internet. So we're gonna just film them and put them up on YouTube and then up on our site after the weekend's over. So.
And what's the name of your site?
www.attackx.com. There's a hyphen in between the attack and X. So, and you know who else is really into Warhammer and 40K is the actor Robin Williams. Believe it or not, a really avid, serious gamer, and really tough to play against because he's really serious about the game. But I guess he's really fun to play. I've heard too. So. You just never know. And as opposed to online gaming, this one you're actually face-to-face and interacting with a real person, not just a joystick and a headset. Right? So what you do, you say, and your actions you have to be held accountable for, which is socially fun or whatnot. So I have a lot of friends and they're here. They're not a name on a game, right? So, and nothing to take anything away from the online gamers. I mean, the games are just as fun, but this one here, you're actually getting out and interacting with real people, and I think parents would appreciate that more than being locked up in the basement playing games all day. So, and then I'd just like to say thank you very, very much to High Octane Comics and Collectibles. They're downtown on 3rd Avenue. They've been excellent with helping us get this off the ground, so if you see anything you like here, stop by there, they'll have it.